Look at this beautiful fish farm. I'm here in rural Uganda. I'm come to visit one of the farmers that just started. This farmer is, I think he's a local MP, and he's got the capacity to build quite a nice ponds fish farm. So we're going to go and have a look at this. Newly established, we've just been stocked. And a big advantage of a place like this is, of course, that a lot of fish produced will be eaten locally, which is fantastic. And that really helps with nutrition, which is a key part of what we're trying to do. My name's Tim. I work here for RADS in Uganda. We've got three objectives, food security being one of them, poverty reduction, environmental restoration. So that second part of giving us access to food is really important so that we can get fish into the mouths of children like this who need it to grow up, to be nice and strong and healthy. Adults, of course, as well, but we want to get kids having good diets. So it's exciting to come and have a look at this farm. I'm going to go meet him now and then talk through his ponds and where he's at in his production. If you could like and subscribe, that would be really helpful because it always helps the channel to grow and we can get our message out to more people that need access to it. I can see this bird's been tied up. This is a hammerkop and they're predatory birds, so it's obviously been caught and tied. And then I've got the netting around. Let me go meet the Honourable MP and then I will let you know a bit more about this farm. So I'm here with the Honourable Naboth, who's an area MP.
Yes, I'm a member of parliament, yes, a legislator.
Yeah. And you were just saying some very interesting things to me about why you're farming. Would you mind just telling us again, like why are you farming?
Basically, the main reason is to bring the people I represent in parliament into money economy, to tell them that it is possible. And I want to tell them what I'm practicing. It is better that way. I tell people, please, it is possible to do fish farming when I'm actually doing it. So I want to demonstrate. So this is a demonstration for people of my constituency, people of my area that I represent in the parliament, that those ones who are poor, who have small piece of land and have water. Actually, you need water and a small piece of land. It is possible to do fish farming. So that's the reason I am doing it, and so far so good. So far so good. I'm learning do's and don'ts of fish farming, which I will definitely extend to the voters. So after the completion of this project, I will do the same.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. A beautiful maize plant here, corn. You can see the Naboth has got quite a nice site. So he was telling me this is the natural water source that comes in here, and then it goes off that way. And this is the water that will feed that pond. So it's sort of put like this just so you can pipe it to where you need it. You've got a bit more control over your intake, which is obviously important when you're constructing a pond. RAD stocked about 2,000 fingerlings there. We added 400 for mortality, which is quite excessive, but we wanted to make sure there's no problems because, as he was explaining, his intention is not, he personally is like, let me just set this up to help demonstrate to people around that fish farming is a viable strategy.
2,000, and they added in 400 excess to cater for those who may die because of stress traveling from where they were being prepared to here. So our intention is to have 2,000 in a fish pond. We added on 4,000 that those which may be killed by the stress after transportation. So I'm assuming other factors constant, then we should harvest I think 80% of what we put in this pond. Because some animals, you have seen birds, maybe you shall get snakes around, some other predators may come and they will eat some. You can see some are here, but we are sure we shall do what it takes to control them. That's why I've put a mesh to control so that by the end of the project, I can tell fully that this is doable.
He's put protection there because he wants to know what you actually get from the production. He's very interested in BSF, so he unprompted was telling me about the hatchlings. So yeah, those are fantastic. So the fish at the moment, they're fried, they're quite small, they're feeding with powder, so we can't take the hatchlings, but in about a couple of months' time, they should be ready to take the larvae, which is fantastic. And then we were talking about frass. So all of this is rain-fed and not fertilised. It looks great, but you can get much better yields if you start to use a bit of fertiliser. And of course, frass, the byproduct of the black soldier fly, is very, very good. So he's excited about that as well. So yeah, I think this is a great project. Let's go and have a look at the pond, shall we, and see a bit more about them. So they've just put fish powder on, using a couple of sticks so you can get it out, and you can see the ripples. That means the fish are eating. I can see some powder. I think these actually must be maybe a week old. I think it was last week we stopped. Yeah, really good. What's quite fun is I'm watching the fingerlings being fed, and in the background I can hear them talking. And Honourable Naboth was just saying, in the blue there, he said, "You delayed, Paulson, you delayed with the fingerlings." And we did. It took us a few months to be able to deliver fingerlings. And that's purely down to the fact we didn't have the facilities. So it's just exciting because now our facilities are about a month away from being ready. Our production's already ramping up. And so, yeah, it's very exciting to think we can supply now. Can you actually see? I can see the fingerlings darting up from the bottom there where it's safer to feed. That makes them quite vulnerable to predation at that point, so you need to be a bit careful. That's partly why you stock more, why you put netting around. I'm not sure it's coming out on camera, but it's very exciting to see them coming up from the bottom to feed. So I'd explain the water flow. There's an inlet underneath over there, which comes from that source that we saw, and it comes in permanently. And it's partly because the soil's here. This is actually an underground stream that's coming. You can see the water's dripping down into this other channel. So the channels extends there. So that water comes down there, carries on here, and then comes from behind here and carries on. And the pond is situated sort of in this V. So what Paulson's done is put a permanent source of water coming in, dam liner on this side here, but in the middle, water still seeps through, and you get water coming out. But that's actually really good for the farmer because it means that the water that's coming in is, bringing you oxygen, which you want for your fish, and then the water that's coming out is coming directly from the bottom. It's going through the mud, so it's the low quality water that's not fertilised. So it's all the stuff at the bottom that's being replaced, which is for the waste and things like that. You don't necessarily want that. And then just here, by the way, some charcoal. You can see the matches there. So they're just burying it there, and then they'll make charcoal. So yeah, that's the farm. Really, really good to meet the Honourable Naboth and just hear his vision for the community and what he's trying to achieve here. And in I don't want to take away from his words, but it's really encouraging for us as RAD to have people like this who get what we're trying to do, see the potential for fish farming to transform livelihoods, and want to support by using it as a way to demonstrate to people, look, here are some fish farms. And he was telling me that there's another farmer just up the road that's taken on a pond purely based on this, who hasn't got much means, but is able to take up fish farming because he can see it being practically demonstrated. So yeah, very exciting. Right, that's enough for me for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've made it to the end. If you have, do comment and just tell me that you've made it to the end, because it'd be good to hear. And we will see you on the next video.